WWE Fan Talk here, bringing you guys a Ringside Collectibles unboxing. Today we have a giant box filled with Elite WWE action figures. It is Elite Series 97, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to pick these up and save some money, go to Ringside Collectibles and use discount code TANNER, T-A-N-N-E-R, all caps, to save 10% at checkout. So as you can see, we have this giant box right here, and we haven't done like an unboxing in a while. We always do like the figure unboxing itself, but we haven't done like a big box like this in quite some time. So let's cut it open. I usually open them off camera, and then I pull the figures out and I show them and I review them on camera. So cutting it open in this box, I do believe this is Elite Series 97. Hopefully I'm not wrong. That would suck. It is Elite 97. Awesome sauce. All right, let's put this box down here. Let's get into the first figure. We have King Woods. So not Xavier Woods. King Woods. Keep that in mind. It is Xavier Woods. But this is a very exciting figure right here. We have brand new gear. And we have a brand new body mold. Or not body mold, but it's the Apollo Crews body mold for this figure, which is freaking fantastic. I'm so sick of the Daniel Bryan mold for Xavier. We do get the broken nose Sheamus. So it's really cool that we're getting a brand new Sheamus, up-to-date Sheamus. You're going to want to pick that one up. We get a brand new Alexa Bliss with Lily the doll, so that's pretty awesome. And then we get Ronda Rousey in her Royal Rumble gear. I believe this is the Royal Rumble gear. She is a current superstar, so I would definitely recommend picking that one up. And then we also have the anticipated Chainsaw Charlie right here. Everybody's been looking forward to this figure for quite some time, and finally we're getting it in hand. So cool little addition in the collection. And then the one I was looking forward to the most, Omas, or Omas, whatever people want to call him. Isn't it Omos? If it's O and O, or Omas. I don't know. But anyways, we have this giant figure. We have 6 figures in Elite Series 97. Again, pick them up at Ringside Collectibles. I am so excited for this Elite Series. Let's get them open and review them right now. Getting into the first figure in the set, we do have Sheamus right here. And this is the more updated look for Sheamus, I guess you could say, other than the nose mask. He doesn't wear that anymore, but that's a cool little touch. But we do get this awesome cloth coat, and it's actually pretty soft. Cloth, it's amazing. Isn't it cool, like, when we get the cloth accessories? Like, can you imagine if this came in a giant brown rubber jacket? Like, that would suck. But we were blessed enough to get this in the cloth jacket, so we could do all the posability and all that. But we can take the jacket off. Looking very cool. Taking that off. And we do get the top hat right here. Very nice. Very soft rubbery material. And then we do get the nose mask. Like, how sick is that? Get out of that to the Cody Rhodes if you really wanted to. Have a little storyline where Cody Rhodes breaks his nose again, but this time wears it in black. How sick would that be? I don't know, but Sheamus looks really cool with the mask on. I wasn't a big fan of when he did wear this mask, but it is removable. I'm not sure how easy it is to... Oh, it's pretty easy. There's a head sculpt. To me, this is by far the best Sheamus head sculpt. Just by first glance, it looks just like Sheamus. How crazy is that? This dude looks awesome. And this is one of my favorite little, I don't know how to say this, formulas, I guess, for wrestling figures. Is out of all the wrestling figures out there, this looks the most like the wrestler, just based off the body mold they gave him. And the arms make it look a lot better too, because the double jointed arms look a little bit beefier, and they're pinless. So how cool is that? We get the white classic pinstripe. I guess pinstripe. It's not pinstripe. They're like little line work, I guess you could say, with the loach right there. But overall, very, very cool Sheamus. Same articulation we have seen before, but this is a badass figure. Look how sick that is. By far my favorite Sheamus in my collection so far. We can add that nose mask back on if we really want to. Might be a little bit of a pain in the butt. It might take a little bit to get it on. But you can just kind of mess with it and get it on. So there you go. There is Sheamus, looking very rad. He does come with his cloth coat as well as some extra fists right there. So there is Sheamus, looking pristine. Definitely recommend this figure. Maybe going to be my favorite. Who knows? We're just going to have to wait and see. Next up, we have the awesome Chainsaw Charlie. I don't know how to even describe this figure. It's very, like, I wouldn't say scary. It just looks odd, kind of creepy. Like a creepy guy that would pull up in a white van. Like, that's what this guy reminds me of right here. But I feel like they did a decent job with, like, doing I don't know what is over his head. If that's, like, tights, like the clear tights over his head, or like, underwear. But it is pretty scary, and I could see how it would look like it's see-through. But at the same time, I think it would have been cooler if they gave him some sort of mask, and then underneath we got like Terry Funk, and you could just remove it. Like, I think that would be a lot cool. But he does come with the Terry Funk head sculpt, so that's pretty rad. If you don't want to have this weird head sculpt, you can just put on the regular Terry Funk head sculpt. He does come with the chainsaw, Dean Ambrose pants, boots with some nice white bottoms. I like the little mold we're getting here with the rolled up sleeves. I hope we can get that with other figures in the future. So very, very nice looking Chainsaw Charlie. We also get this new thing with the overalls. I don't think we've gotten that before with this specific mold. I don't know if this comes off. I don't want to try, but very cool. This is something I recommend. It's one of those odd figures that like you need to have in your collection to make it complete. And I definitely recommend picking up Chainsaw Charlie. He is an odd but very interesting looking figure. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking up this Chainsaw Charlie. Very cool to add to the collection. Next up, we do have Alexa Bliss. This is the Fiend Alexa Bliss. I really wish we could have had more with this character with the Fiend around, but then they got rid of the Fiend and she was stuck with this gimmick, and it went out too long. They played it out way too long. But yeah, she does come with the Lily doll. I do like the face paint with her cool little, I don't know, what is that, pink tips, I guess you could say. And I really like the blue gear. This is like my favorite style of Alexa Bliss gear. And man, like, while I couldn't stand this gimmick, this is an awesome figure. I can't stand her current gimmick. Or even the one where she was going through therapy with the Lily doll. I thought that was so cringe. Can't stand her current music. Like, what happened to the good, like, Harley Quinn Alexa Bliss? That was my favorite Alexa Bliss. This one's pretty cool because she was menacing and she was a bad guy. But just very awesome gear over here. If you take the Lily doll down, you can see the top says play all around her gear in all blue. One bummer about this figure is there's no ankle pivot, really, with this figure. The feet are kind of like this weird pliable material. But I don't know, if you yank on it too much, it's probably going to break. But double jointed arms, that's a good feature to the figure, right? And then she does come with some extra hands that are like the Fiend style, and it says play and pain, maybe? Or it looks like a D, so Dane, but I think it's pain. So yeah, very cool Alexa Bliss. Not my favorite figure in the set. Not too much to talk about, but I am glad we're getting a brand new Alexa Bliss. And it's cool that you can interchange your heads with other figures if you want to now, so that's a pretty awesome feature. Next up, we do have the Ronda Rousey. And the thing is like, yeah, we have two women's figures in this set. But I would rather have one women's figure in the set if it means getting like ankle pivot and more colorful gear. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather get one if it meant having more to that figure. Because I feel like these two women's figures are a little bit plain Jane. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. It's cool that we're getting an updated Ronda Rousey. She does come with a very, very stretchy rubber jacket, so I'm not going to complain about that. I don't think we've seen that before. But we do have this very cool, it's all black, but it's very cool, a very awesome looking Ronda Rousey. I don't know exactly what this gear was based off of. I know that this is the Royal Rumble gear, but I'm not exactly sure what inspired her to wear this. The only thing of color on this gear is her yellow, like, fist glove situations. I don't know exactly what those are. But we have seen this head sculpt before. It does have her ponytail and the braids like coming along the sides. But yeah, very cool looking Ronda Rousey. It does look like her body shape too, so that's pretty accurate. And then you got the same shoes as I think the Ultimate Edition, except not that great of ankle pivot. And there is a little bit, but it's not that great. And you don't get toe articulation, which is fine because it is what it is. But very cool. We do get double jointed arms though. So there you have that. Very cool Ronda Rousey. She does come with some extra accessories. Let's see if we can get those. Over here, she does come with some pointing fingers. Very cool. I think with Ronda Rousey, there's not too much to her figures. So it's cool to add some extra hands in the figure. So why not? And then we get Michael hands. So very awesome Ronda Rousey. Like, as much as like this figure seems like a plain Jane figure, I actually like it a lot, and I think it feels good in the hand, and it looks great. I would actually take this over the Alexa Bliss. Just my personal opinion. Next up, we do have one of my favorite figures in the set, and I was not expecting this, with the Xavier Woods. And the reason why is because there's so many little hidden things in here that are new that make the Xavier look so much better. Like, we got bigger arms for his double-jointed arms. We get the Apollo Crews torso. We get this amazing Apollo Crews. Or did I say Apollo Crews? I meant Xavier Woods. If I said Apollo Crews, I apologize. But yeah, this is the Apollo Crews torso, but yes, it is Xavier Woods. But very cool Xavier Woods head sculpt. He does come with the crown. I'm not sure if this is what he wore the night he beat Balor. I think it was Crown Jewel or something. But there's the crown right there. How cool. Very nice. I know we just got a crown with Shinsuke. So I don't know if Shinsuke, was he just King Shinsuke or something? I can't quite remember. We do get this cool little piece right here. I'm not sure if Finn Balor would have held this if he was the king, but even if you don't want a King Xavier, you have this awesome Xavier Woods. He looks jacked, and it's well-deserved because Xavier is a pretty jacked dude. I don't know about these arms, though. They look a little long, in my opinion. They're a little long, but you know what? It's way cooler than the other ones we've gotten. We do get the new Seth Rollins kick pads right here that we've gotten with the past 2 Seth Rollins Elites, and it makes it look so much better. I like the new design for the kick pads. I think that they should do that and with other parts of figures that they develop, like getting rid of the Danny Bryan torso and coming up with a better formula. I think that would be cool. Like this right here. I'm glad that they did that. How cool would that be? If they did that with more figures, like if they did that like with Seth Rollins or something, although I do like the Seth Rollins torso, I just think they should give him bigger arms. Just my opinion. But I do like the white and the yellow and the black. It looks really cool. Really awesome head sculpt. And just overall, very fun figure. This is so far probably my favorite figure in the set next to Sheamus. I'm not quite sure. We're going to rank them at the end of the video. There's Xavier. And then the one I'm looking forward to the most. Oh, I missed something. Comes with open slapping hands. And then we get the tallest and supposed biggest figure Mattel's ever released in the WWE Elite line. We have Omas, and he comes with the Raw Tag Team Championship right here. Looking very cool. It is a dull color, but very nice. I wish we got a little bit more of a bigger storyline between Omas and AJ Styles, just my opinion. I know we got a big storyline with Bobby Lashley, but I don't feel like that did anything really for Omas because he lost a lot of the matches. But let's just look at how ginormous this figure is. He's huge. Like, I know Omas is a big guy, but I didn't expect if we ever got a figure he'd be this freaking big. Like, look how tall he is. Better yet, let's get Alexa Bliss, because she's supposedly, 5'2", 5 foot? Look how big he is compared to her. That's insane. And it's very proper, too, because this guy is a beast. He just stands there and knocks people down. If you go back and watch a 2020 TLC main event match between Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles, it was a TLC match for the WWE title. I think The Miz tries to cash in, but John Morrison does. And then he goes to hit Omas with a chair, and this chair explodes on his back, and Omas doesn't even move. I think that's insane. I think they could do so much with Omas. And I don't think they should change really anything about him. I think that his gear looks sick. I like the singlet and the pants. I think they killed it with the pants. They didn't mess that up. And then we got the awesome new mold for the shoes. I thought these were John Cena shoes at first, but they're not. They're actually boots. Very cool. The articulation is not too insane, but he's not a very articulated guy. He just picks people up and throws them around. And that's all you need with this figure. And that's why he's my favorite figure in the set. And he's the one I think everybody's going to want to pick up. We do have Omas, and I'm going to straight up put him at number 1. So we're going to go from greatest to least greatest. So starting at number 1, I'm giving it to Omas. At number 2, I'm going to give it to Sheamus. While I do like the Xavier Woods, who is at number 3, I like the Sheamus just a little bit more. He comes with better accessories, and it's just fun to get new Sheamus figures and to see the little details. That's what's always so amazing about the Sheamus figures. We get the mask, the hat, the coat, interchangeable fists, and we get that amazing head sculpt of his. This Xavier Woods comes in at number 3, very close to Sheamus. He comes at number 3. He's got an amazing little ensemble right here with his crown, his little staff thing. I don't know what to call that exactly. And then we get this awesome new body mold with his awesome gear. It just looks so sick. And these 3 figures are by far the greatest figures in the set. And I think they're not even the biggest names in WWE other than Sheamus. Sheamus has had his good times. But they're not even the biggest characters in WWE right now. And they're some of the best Elite figures I have in my collection that I've received and I've bought in a long time. So very cool. Top 3 right here. Next up, I'm going to give it to, I'm going to give it to Chainsaw Charlie. Even though he's not my favorite, I'm going to give it to Chainsaw Charlie. And I'm not meaning to put the women's figures in the last place. But again, I feel like if we're going to get 2 women's figures in a set, and that means that they're going to have less details, can we at least get one that has like all the details and all the color on them and all the articulation? I think that would be great, but I'm going to put Ronda Rousey next and then Alexa Bliss last. Even though Alexa Bliss has a lot more detail, I think the Ronda Rousey figure just looks a whole lot cooler and it's more badass in my opinion. So there is my top 6 from greatest to least greatest. Definitely recommend picking up each and every one of these figures in the set. I'm not trashing on these women's figures. I just think that they could be a little bit better. Just my opinion. Just a little bit better with the articulation and stuff. But overall, like 2 all-star figures or superstars to have in this set, right? But overall, very good set. I'm going to give this set a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed it thoroughly. One of my favorite Elite lines or Elite series in a very long time. So go pick it up at Ringside Collectibles using discount code Tanner to save 10% at checkout. Have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe, and support the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.